Excuse me. Is your city manager in? Are you the city manager? Almost. So you're the new city manager? No, I just want a business card.
Please, I have to bring you one.
Okay, that's fine. I'll wait.
Let me see if somebody can just bring you.
Yeah.
Can you give me one card? It should be upstairs. He wants a card of
What card? Yeah, let me see what I can do.
So you ran for city manager?
I don't work with him. He's upstairs.
Oh, no, I thought you said you were almost.
No, I'm sorry.
I thought you was running for city manager. I don't,
Oh.
almost. Election.
Everybody here is almost, if they are not.
Almost. Okay. Okay. So you wouldn't know when they're gonna start picking up the leaves in this town? They said today.
I do not know, but I can give you the number of the director of that department.
Yeah, they said the 14th. And I've walked around your city and not one street is clean. Okay.
Do you want the number of the
Nah, I don't need it. I was just wondering why, if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you do it. But you see, this is what they're gonna do with your money.
You go to the doors, catch the stair of the elevator to go down to the first floor. That's the place.
Let me ask you a question. If you may know the answer or not. So that's what they're gonna revamp this area here? Why just this area?
Why just that area?
Yeah.
I guess because they have to start from somewhere. I really don't know why they decided just that area.
Yeah, I'm just saying there are more places other than this around that Washington Venice Hospital to start revamping and upgrading other than this little area right here. No good. I mean, y'all have some criminals running y'all government. Yeah, they need to go. They really, y'all need new bosses. That's crazy. You're gonna isolate the upgrade just in this general area.
Maybe they're gonna start like this and then expand.
Now they need.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, but you start where it needs it most. Doesn't need it here. They just redid this area.
Did you get one? Did you find one?
He actually, I talked with Mr. Fox, and he has the cards. So he said we can give him a poster or something with his name
Does
and
he have business card?
he's out of them. He looked at we looked
How
at
you-
the briefcase office everywhere.
How you a government official and run out of business card?
With his name and the
I can give you his name and phone number, direct line.
That's fine, man.
I'm sorry.
I just needed to be put on a document. That's all. His full name and title.
Okay.
You want to go down the hall, the right side. You go down the steps, down the elevator, back into the lobby. That's what they are.
And if that doing no work for the tax, just let me know. You guys should know.
Want to go down this, right down?
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Have a good
I
one.
was gonna get you a nice car, but
Well, I just want his name and title. I've never been in a city where the city manager doesn't have cards. No. All right, thank you. Have a good one. Take care, man. The city manager does not have business cards, y'all. With all the money they take from the taxpayers, it's crazy. You're right, a whole lot. You see? As the young lady says, a whole lot. She said a whole lot. Look at all these police cars, y'all. And there's one running. It's got his berries and cherries on. Let me see if I can get down here. Go down the steps. It goes up. I want to go down. How you doing? Look at these cars, y'all. They can give $500,000 to somebody who's not in this state or town, but they can't put officers in these vehicles to patrol the town. Ain't that some shit? And look at this one. This vehicle here is running with his berries and cherries on. Car 342. And as you see, nobody's in this car. And it's just running. And in the state of Maryland, it is illegal to leave a vehicle running with nobody in it. Look at this. This car is on. The computer is up. And it's running. Car 342. Let's go in here and tell them a crime is being committed. Look at all these police cars, man. This shit is off the chain, man. You got police cars back here hiding now. You got police cars. All these police cars should be occupied. Let me go ahead and tell them. 342. It is illegal in the state of Maryland to leave a car idling with nobody in it. That shit crazy. Y'all
I
done?
told you, I'm at the police station. I said, wait for me at the school. You can wait for me. I'm there to start a meeting.
Good afternoon, young lady.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Awesome. I just need to ask you to hold on for just a second. Let me
Oh.
finish up with this young lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Rankin is not here right now. Okay, and you're gonna have to come back and give a call. The rest of us is gonna call. Try to get to the station. Okay, ask for 9 o'clock in the morning, between 9 and 5, before you come back down. Okay?
Can I get the number?
Sure, absolutely.
You next? Oh, okay. I just want to inform them that there's a crime being committed in their parking lot.
We're just getting before.
This is it's like being in Mayberry.
Vente para acá abajo. I'm tired of waiting for this shit. You too.
There's a crime being committed in your parking lot. There's a car 342 idling in the parking lot.
Okay.
That is a crime in the state of Maryland.
Okay.
You might want to tell somebody they need to come and cut it
I
off.
absolutely will.
And their computer is wide open.
Okay,
I'll be waiting for them. I want to see who's driving.
okay. I will let
Thank
somebody know. Thank you.
Thank you. It's crazy. They want to enforce laws, but they don't want to abide by them. Let's see who gets in this car. For taxpayers and free people, look at all these cars that are just sitting here at this police station. And this is why they can't catch nobody committing crime, because they're sitting here. You should have officers in these cars patrolling. Look at this car. This car is idling. It's running. It is a crime in the state of Maryland to have a car idling and nobody in it. And there's nobody in this car. And you see the lights on it blinking? Look at this shit. Running your gas up, taxpayers, in your patrol car. Who's the crazy one? Look at this. All these vehicles are just sitting in here instead of out patrolling, keeping the crime rate down. See, this is a restricted area this way. But see, there's a police car back there. This is the restricted area. Do not enter only. But look at this. Waste of money, free people. And then you got a police car just idling, running. Oh, they don't like when I come down here. But this just shows you the arrogance of these individuals. In the state of Maryland, you cannot leave a vehicle idling without somebody in it. I'm at the police station, y'all, and they have a vehicle idling. My vehicle idling. They have the computer on, as you can see it in there. I'm not gonna get the people's information off of it or whatever's on it. Listen to this. I don't know if you can hear, but it's running. This is a criminal act. And since they know I'm out here, let me see if they're gonna send somebody out here. But they want to try to enforce laws that don't exist, but these are laws that are on the books. That are on the books. They're burning up free people's gas. But then still, they say, oh, you're a problem maker. No, you're a problem maker when you don't follow the rules, the laws. Let's see how long they take to come out here and cut this car off. Oh, they egos in here or something else, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know who driving this 342. Oh, you're a troublemaker. Oh, that's my man right there. That's Bushman right there. See him pulling the little white car in? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 police cars sitting at the police station, and nobody's occupying them. And this is why the crime rate is like it is in this town. I notified the young lady, and still nobody's come out here to cut this car off. Burning up your gas, taxpayers. But I'm the troublemaker. I'm the one with a problem. Because I won't go along to get along. And that's what they want you to do. Go along to get along. This is crazy. Like the young lady just said in there, they pay high taxes. I don't know if you heard it when I said something about taxes. And she said, yeah, high taxes. This is why you're paying high taxes. This car is on and there's nobody in it. First, it's a criminal act. Two, you're burning up with the cost of gas now. You're just idling this car out here for no reason. And the chief, who is right there in that car right there, he's here. He's here. And they got cameras right there, right there. So they see me out here. They see me out here. And the sad part about it, free people and taxpayers of this town, you live here. You live in this town, and they're doing it to you. And you need to have somebody from the outside come in and show you where these terrorists are extorting money from you, doing what they want to do. And the young lady said, oh, we don't have a business card. He has business cards. Who don't have business card? Come on, man. I just need his name to put on this lawsuit as the city manager, so along with the city of Takoma Park, so we won't have no misunderstanding. I don't need his business card. I just want his full name. But as you see, they have cameras, and they're watching me. Make no mistake about it. You see them cameras right there? They're watching me, so they know I'm out here by this car. Here's the young lady right here. What's your name and badge number, young lady? You know it's a crime to leave a car idling in the state of Maryland? Unoccupied? Huh? You know that, right? You know that, right? You see what I mean, taxpayer? And she's a law enforcement person. And these are criminals that need to be removed. She's going to tell me have a nice day, even though she's committing a crime on the police platform. Hey, excuse me, officer, could you get your supervisor out here? Tell the supervisor I want to see him out here. Look at her. She cut the car off, but she didn't cut the lights off. The lights are still on. You got me mixed up with somebody else. And just instead of admitting she made a mistake and left the car running, she wants to get irate with her boss. Not this boss. I'm the undercover boss. She left the lights on the top of the vehicle. She turned it off, closed the computer down, and then want to get smart. Have a nice day. When I asked her, isn't it a crime to leave a vehicle running? Let's see if a supervisor come out here. This is the same young lady who was being trained by a thug. And you see what happened? When you're trained by a thug, you become a thug. If you go back to some of my recordings on Sligo Mill Road, she came up with another guy, and they rode out. He had her ride out. And I told her, you're poorly trained. As you see the lights on, and these lights are on. She just cut the car off, but she left the lights on. I'm telling you, taxpayers and free people, it is time we hold these individuals accountable for their actions. All this small shit coming out their mouth is unacceptable. If you own a business, would you allow your employee, when you're talking to them, to walk away from you just like she did? Hell no. And look at this tattoo motherfucker here coming up here. And he's not a supervisor. This is the funny thing about this little town. They send anybody out. How you doing? Can I get your name and badge number?
Absolutely. Corporal Keen, 8472.
Okay, Corporal Keen, you're aware that there's a crime of leaving a vehicle running without a person in it in the state of Maryland?
I was not aware there was a crime, no.
Yeah, it is a crime. Okay, your officer left it on. As you see, she even left the lights on. And before I could tell her, she skedaddled in there that the lights were still on the vehicle. Okay, if you're going to enforce laws on the citizens, you got to show the lead, right?
Sure.
Okay. So when I come in here and the taxpayers are paying for gas, which is real high, which is real high, and a car is just idling, we got a problem with that.
Okay.
Okay, and I asked her the supervisor when she was way down there because she left the lights on.
Okay.
If she would have been more professional, she would have waited and asked me, "Can I help you?" And I would have told her the lights were on. That's the only reason I'm calling you out here, because she left the lights on.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just wanted to come out and turn those lights off?
No, I didn't like her professional attitude. You have a card?
Yeah.
Can I get a card? I didn't like.
I should still have them. I've handed out.
Okay,
a couple
I understand.
today.
Yeah, it's a professionalism.
Okay.
You know, I know you guys may not like me, but come on.
Well, I will say that we are able to keep the cars running for short periods of time.
Well, I've been out here for a minute. I even went in. You know, I know that because I was out here filming, and then I went and told the dispatcher that your car's idling.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I was
Yeah,
just,
I don't know if she just want to tell you, but if I was a criminal, I could have jumped in this car and took off. I don't know if you.
So we do have police idle where there's no key and it idles without it.
Well, she turned it off with the key. I know that.
Okay.
I know. But she's on. I mean, and she was trained by a thug, so I met her when she was first.
Okay.
So I knew that sooner or later I would run into a problem with her.
Okay.
But I just wanted to let her know that her lights was on, but she walked into the building with all this attitude. And that's why I asked for a supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have her come turn the lights off.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Okay, now here's one. They got to look at him. He got the police sign in the window like he's a police officer. This shit is crazy in here. He riding around with a sign say police in it, and he's not a police officer. This is the chief of police car right here, y'all. He got to go. He's got to go. All right. This is the gentleman just came up. I don't know him per se, never had a run-in with him. That's Bushman little car right there. He'll be gone soon. Okay, we got these 3 more vehicles still sitting over here. Look at them. Got so much dust on them, you can make a mountain while they just sitting in here. All right, let's head on back, y'all. Hey, it's always something. Thank you. Thank you. Shit. That's right. Pedestrians have the right of way at a crosswalk. This is what you taxpayers don't understand. He says that police have a right to have cars idling. That's not what the law says. That's not what the statute says. And it is a law. So, is these solvent citizens above the law? That's what they say. Solvent citizens are terrorists. Well, he just said they're above the law. They don't follow the law. But what gets me about them, they all make up their own little rules when they get caught at shit and just saying, okay, we made a mistake. I will respect you more by doing that. Have a nice day. Woo. But the problem up here is, like I say, You have a lot of foreigners up here who don't know their rights and the laws. Just like with this clown here with the word police written. He's some kind of maintenance man. He's not a police officer, but he's riding around with the word police, scaring these foreigners in this little town because they're scared of police. There's no reason for you to be scared of the police. When I was growing up, we respected the police. They were friends. They were somebody you can go to when you needed assistance or help. Now, people despise them. Despise them. And in some states, they hunt them. You know, care less about them. That's why this shit is getting out of hand. And it's getting out of hand because the people are letting these new neo-Nazis do what they want to do. Making up their own little rules. And people are getting tired of that. Because they're not laws, they're rules. There's a bill that says you cannot keep a car idling unoccupied. It doesn't say anything about if you're police, you have a grace period or whatever. But every time they get caught, they want to make excuses behind it. I'm their undercover boss. I'm coming around and I'm checking on them. Me and these cameras, and we're going to check on them. So all you other bosses need to do the same thing. Pull your cameras out. Make some noise. And in this town, like the woman said, we pay high taxes. If I pay high taxes and I lived in this town, you can bet your bottom dollar Public Works is going to be on my street cleaning the leaves up. I don't know about other people's street, but you can believe my street. I tell people, when I first met Barack Obama, was in Springfield, Illinois. And he took care of a little section of Springfield, Illinois. And this little section had craters in the middle of the street where, how you doing? Where, big potholes. So what I did was, when I purchased the property there, and I found out that the property was like that for years. The streets were like that for years. I made flyers. I found out who was in charge from the federal government to the little city. And I put their telephone numbers on them. And I went around and I passed these flyers out to every citizen in the general area to start calling and complaining about these potholes. Oh shit, we got some new people up here, y'all. And you know what happened? I got the opportunity to meet Barack Obama because he came out there. He was standing on the street. I walked in, I was standing beside him. Didn't know who he was. And he said, we started talking. He said, yeah, somebody passed out these flyers and had them calling all these people, calling their offices. And I told him, yeah, I'm the one that did it. Okay. All right. We got real crossing officers out here today. How you doing, young man? It's good to see real crossing officers out here.
Well, the
kids.
Yeah. It used to have two little individuals, well, one individual who impersonated a police officer. He wasn't shit. So I'm glad to see y'all out here.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad to see y'all out here, you know. Are y'all permanently out here now? Or?
Yeah, we're here through the school year.
Through the school year?
Yeah,
I mean, but y'all gonna be permanent. You know, they usually bring them security guards down there.
Yeah, we're here through the school year unless something happens. You know, they can change our assignment or something like that.
I mean, but y'all all hired now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they start spending the money for the crossing officers to be out here.
Yeah.
And get the police to police the streets like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's the theory anyway.
Yeah, they've been skimming the money doing it like that, man. Kill two birds with one stone.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see that we've been pushing for.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
You know, officers out here. Okay. So now we had crossing officers out here. Okay, y'all be safe though, man.
You too.
All right. They put crossing officers out here now, and having the police to patrol the streets like they're supposed to do. And as you see, look at the sidewalk. All these leaves. Okay. How you doing, young man?
Sir.
All right. Okay. We got crossing officers out here that needs to be out here. They're employing them. They still have not come in here and renovated this Takoma Park Junction building. Look at the leaves. Look at the concrete all beated up. Look at this. Still corroded. They haven't done anything here. It's crazy. But with the taxes that they take, they should have redid this. This is Highway 195. I ain't gonna cross because I'm gonna respect these guys here. This is the grocery store that the mayor and the city council tried to close down and build affordable homes on. The only grocery store in Takoma Park, Maryland, in this little town. Woo! So, we finally got some crossing guards, and now the police can go out and do what they need to do to police the city. But still, we have a lot of police cars sitting down doing nothing. I tell you, undercover boss is keeping an eye on them, and every citizen and free person taxpayers in America, you are the boss of these servants, and it's your job to make sure they do what they are employed to do. So I don't cause problems. I run a tight shift in my corporation. Just like I told the young man who stole my Mercedes and told the police, because I run a tight shift, people fear me more than they fear the police. How you doing? All right. And this is why they brought my Mercedes back to me. And this is how you have to do these government employees. You have to show them who's the boss. And you don't have to be violent. Just cut your camera on and let other bosses see. So when we have our little corporate meeting, just like they just had here come November, we get rid of these individuals. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, they love that title more than they love doing their job. And when you take that title away from them, they're lost. So, taxpayers of America, it is time you become undercover bosses and start recording your government officials. Look at all these leaves, man. Look at here. And somebody got their truck running here, right by these leaves. Maybe can catch on fire. Shit crazy. She's gonna talk about call. I ain't got to call them, man. I'm gonna be out here showing the people what you're not doing. The guy said the 14th here. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. And ain't none of these streets cleared yet. I should have asked for the chief to come out there and ask him, what's the problem with y'all not catching this guy who committed the murder down here? Shit crazy, ain't it? You could lose your life in this town and the murder will never be solved. You know, you had a Takoma Park police officer molesting a minor. And if it wasn't for the mother in them, he would have continuously did this shit. This is what goes on in here. If you don't believe me, Google it. Google it. Takoma Park law enforcement officer molests a Clarksburg, I think she was from Clarksburg, minor. That's kind of shit that goes on in this little town. And these people got the nerve to have their noses up in the cloud like they built like that. It's a lot of corruption and dirty shit going on in this town. And the funny thing about it is, they push it under the rug and hope it goes away. That's the same thing about the Montgomery County judge, Kim, having an affair with a woman. And the woman didn't want to have nothing to do with his ass no more. And he went down Route 270 brandishing a gun at her. And he's a judge. How you doing? All right, how you doing? And he's a judge for Montgomery County. I think that's the guy that was running for mayor. He brought me down here conspiring with this mayor. This is where she live at down here. But they pushed that up under the rug. Google it. And Google how many judges have been caught drunk driving for the state of Maryland. Something they would lock you up for, but they spanked them on the hand, and then they got the nerve to sit on the bench and judge somebody else. Come on, man. Come on. If you people don't believe me, Google it. Your government official. Google judges getting caught drunk driving in the state of Maryland. And see how many judges have been caught drunk driving, and they get spanked on the hand, and they're sitting on the bench ministering judgment on other people. How can you, as a free people, trust Let me see, I think I hear a vacuum truck. Is it a vacuum truck or there's somebody doing lawn work? But how can you trust somebody like that? It's a criminal act. And this is why I say we need to take away absolute immunity away from these individuals. The judges, the prosecutors, state attorneys, the police. When you fuck up, you're gone. You're gone. How in the world, and you don't cover it up. You let the people know that you let a judge, a district court judge in Silver Spring, riding down 270, brandishing a firearm at a young lady who didn't want to have nothing else to do with him. Or a police officer having sex